Nikola Jokic is the best player in the NBA.
He's gonna put one up. Jokic for the win. Catches it, puts up the three. Count it.
But you already knew that. As for what you don't know, there's probably quite a lot. Compared to most NBA superstars, the Joker is a mystery. So we took it upon ourselves to shine the spotlight on the three-time MVP and all his personal life. So gather around the table, cause it's hoops for breakfast time. Today's meal? Number 10, how Jokic became the Joker.
Why so serious?
Most people think the Joker got his nickname because he's, well, a Joker.
The Joker, Nikola Jokic.
But the real reason might be way more ridiculous than you'd expect. You see, most NBA fans and players couldn't pronounce Nikola's last name. And here's a hint. You actually say it Nikola Jokic. But anyway, one of these people included his former teammate, Mike Miller. Jokic and Miller were close, but even Miller had issues pronouncing Jokic, so he decided to give him the nickname Joker just so he could remember his name. And sufficient to say, it caught on. And even if it didn't stick, it's at least better than his former nickname, Big Honey. Number 9, Jokic got drafted during a Taco Bell commercial. Most people have heard of this one, but what they don't know about it is that he was drafted to a quesarito.
Two things you only dreamed would come together. The new quesarito from Taco Bell.
This makes Jokic the only MVP in NBA history to be drafted during a commercial. And what did he say about it? Nothing. Of course, because, you know, he doesn't even care. And yeah, it's a pretty disrespectful fact, but quesaritos do be bussin'. Number 8, Jokic almost didn't make the NBA. It's actually ridiculous that this man was drafted 41st overall. I mean, just look at some of the names drafted above him.
Who?
The Joker being drafted that low was already a crime. But did you know he almost didn't make it on an NBA roster? 10 days before the 2014 draft, Joker's agent back then posted a tweet saying Jokic would be pulled from the draft to play for a Serbian team, Mega Vizura, or now KK Mega Basket. It took a promise from the Nuggets to draft him at 41 that even made him commit to the draft. Can you imagine who they would have picked if they didn't take Jokic at 41? Nick Johnson? Hey, Chuck, who he play for?
I'm going to go with the Sacramento Kings. Oh, so close.
Yeah, the Nuggets may have made the right choice. Number 7, Joker was addicted to Coke. No, not that kind of Coke. He was addicted to the pop, or soda, or soda pop, aka Coca-Cola, reportedly drinking up to 3 liters a day. Guess we could call him Nikola Jokic. Okay. Anyways, his poor diet was really affecting his stamina on the court, and he couldn't keep up. He was overweight and couldn't even do a push-up at a point.
When I first started playing basketball back home in Serbia, Belgrade, I really couldn't do a push-up.
So Jokic had to make a crucial decision. It was either the NBA or Coke. Dang it, my bad. Or Coke. And 3 MVPs, 1 Finals MVP, and a championship later, it's safe to say he made the right choice. Number 6, Nikola loves horses. Coke wasn't the only addiction that the Joker had. Check this. The man pulled up to collect his MVP trophy in a horse-drawn carriage. He loved horses so much as a kid that he missed multiple basketball practices to go watch horse races. He even quit basketball just to be at the stables.
At that age, I was not thinking about playing basketball. I'm
uncle. And I was here in this stable. I was cleaning the boxes. I was cleaning the horses. So actually, I quit playing basketball when I was like 13, 14, and I was here for like 6 months. And then my dad needs to convince my trainer to put me back in basketball. So.
And apparently, the reason he even listened to his dad was because his dad convinced Jokic that he'd be able to buy all the horses he wanted if he became a great basketball player. And now that he's become a top 75 great, his passion for horses has only increased. In an interview with the New York Daily News, Jokic's friend and horse racing legend Tim Tetrick told a story about how Jokic made the entire Denver Nuggets team wait for him for 3 hours just so he could go see horses. He may have one of the best IQs the game has ever seen, but when he retires, don't expect him to be a basketball coach. He'll be chilling at his estate, drinking rakia and watching his horses all day long. Number 5, Jokic ties his wedding ring to his sneakers. So Jokic has a championship ring, but compared to his wedding ring...
I know your ritual of your wedding ring in your shoe, but when did that start?
When I get married.
Take it off the finger. I think it's a live, it's a live shoe. I have a wedding ring on my shoe just because it's family, something that is really important to me. And
the Joker ties his wedding ring to his shoe before every single game, which is extremely sweet and all, but if he loses this ring, he's sleeping on the couch. Anyways, if you think that's romantic and sweet, his wife actually is his childhood sweetheart, Natalia. The two became a couple when they met in high school, and they've been together ever since. Honestly, this makes me appreciate the Joker so much more. A down-to-earth man who doesn't get caught up with all the glitz and the glam and the lavish lifestyle like most stars. He's a real family man who loves what he loves and is unapologetic about it. I'm sure he's apologetic about getting injured signing autographs, though. Jokic has always been a nice guy.
And Jokic, oh no!
Well, mostly a nice guy, and it's because of this niceness that fans love him. And with love from fans comes the desire for the John Hancock. In fact, he signed so many autographs that he became diagnosed with wrist inflammation and had to miss a couple of games. Not a bad way to get injured, in my opinion. Number 3, the Joker's triple-double to dunk ratio. Nikola Jokic has never been the most athletic player. And all that dominance he has on the court has basically nothing to do with anything 10 inches above the ground.
Gordon is in the lane. Gordon all the way, give it to Jokic, and he water polos it. Adebayo pokes it away. 4 to shoot. Jokic falling away, puts it in.
But even with fulfilling his legacy, white men can't jump, he is still a 7-footer. So you'd at least expect a sizable amount of dunks, right? Well, during the 2022 and 2023 season, Jokic had 29 dunks all year long. But it's Jokic, so nothing surprising. Until you realize that he also had 29 triple-doubles. Imagine having the same amount of triple-doubles as dunks. This is the saddest yet most impressive fact on this list. Number 2, why Jokic wears number 15. Because he wanted to steal Melo's legacy. But for most NBA players, the number they wear signifies something important. LeBron wears 23 in honor of the late Bill Russell. Russell Westbrook wears 0 because it represents a fresh start and a new beginning. Nikola Jokic wears 15 because, well, it was the only one available.
Obviously, number 15, that's your number, for the national team along with the NBA. What's the story behind 15?
I was chubby, I was big, and number 15 was the biggest jersey.
You stuck with it?
Yeah, I was just stuck with it. Yeah, but I like it.
Which brings us to the oh-so-good debate that gets Melo fired up. Which player will be selected to retire jersey number 15 on the Nuggets? If you're a Melo believer, well, you're factually wrong. Jokic is the only number 15 that ever mattered to Denver. Yeah, I said it. Number 1, Jokic's MVPs. Only 9 players in the history of the NBA have won 3 regular season MVP awards or more. And the Joker, the only European on the list. Pretty impressive for a guy that treats the NBA like a 9 to 5.
Now you are an NBA champion, Nikola. How does that feel?
It's good. It's good. The job is done. We can go home now.
A 3-time MVP that loves horses more than basketball? A big man that barely plays by the rim with passing skills better than Magic Johnson, and he just shows up to work. Nikola Jokic is an enigma. And the more we find out about him, the more we realize he defies conventional basketball. But as Jokic has proven time and time again, you don't need to be a conventional player to be the best international player in NBA history, especially when you're going to win 3 NBA finals over your career. Let's just hope he keeps clocking into work and joking for us each year. Who else do you want to see? Drop a comment, boy!